Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is chapter 19 of Cute Little Love Letters, and this one is titled The Jar. Denki and Kendo pretty much helped you move all of your stuff in. Well, it was them along with yourself, Mum and Dad, and then another lovely girl from the other hero class helped to float your bed and a few other large items up and put them through your balcony window. Your real bed had stayed in your room back home, since the bed was part of the oak tree that served as your house, and the shelving for your clothes was also part of the tree, so your dad had sourced you a small wardrobe and a bed to go in your dorm room, and by the end of the few hours you were all set. Admittedly, you hadn't put up your fairy lights or set your plants up and paintings out, and there were still boxes everywhere, but you had all of your things inside your room, at least. Well, that does it, Denki said when he came back up from the empty van. It's all here. Thank you so much, everyone, you said politely to Kendo, Denki, and your parents. They all gave their replies of welcomeness and then walked out with you behind them. Back down to the gates you all went, chatting and talking about various things as you made your way down to the entry point. I think we'll go and return the van now, your dad said as he smiled down at you as Kendo and Denki moved away to talk to one of the other teachers. Will you be okay here tonight? Suddenly your heart clenched and you felt like you were being left behind. Your mum felt the shift in your energy and hugged you immediately. Lovely spirit, breathe, she whispered into your ear. Oh, your dad suddenly said. I almost forgot I got a present for you. Your mum let you go and your dad reached into the van and opened the centre console to get something out. He then turned and handed you a smallish box that had a ribbon around it. The box was black, so it didn't give anything away. Curiously, you took the ribbon off and opened the box to look inside. Inside was a brand new phone, and you gave your dad a look of surprise before lifting it out. Wow, you said. I've never had one of these before. Oh no, neither have I, your dad said, pulling his out of his pocket and showing you. And me either, your mum said, pulling hers out as well. I went and bought us all phones so we can message or call each other if we need to, your dad said with a smile. I've set yours all up with the SIM card and everything. The guy at the shop told me all about how to use it, so I know some of the lingo, but your friends will be able to show you how to work yours. He said the younger people know more than us. You gently took the phone from the box and looked it over. Here, your dad said, press this middle button here. He then showed you the basics of navigating the phone and how to call or message. I've already put our numbers in here, so that's all ready to go. See? Mum and Dad, he said proudly. I've also set up what they call a group chat here. He then showed you how you could message both him and Mum at the same time, and you typed a message into the message section and pressed send. Both your Mum and Dad's phones dinged and they looked down at it. Then your dad opened the message and typed something, and your phone made a noise, and you looked down to see he had sent you a message as well. This is, I think Denki says, sick, you said excitedly. It's very good. I'm so excited. Thank you so much. You jumped over to give your dad a big hug, and then your mum a big hug, and stepped back, feeling much better about being left there. At least you know how to tether to them. You could message them or call them anytime if you needed. With one last hug and a wave, you turned away to go back to your room and keep setting up. The next chapter of your life had now begun. While you were setting your room up, Denki had gone back to his room to get the last things in order. It was only after he finished that he stepped out to find some of his classmates to tell them about you. He couldn't get you off his mind, and he needed to talk to someone about it. Hey, Kiri, bro, he called out down the hall when he saw his classmate. You done with setup? Almost, bro, Kiri called back with a smile. I've just been helping the new girl in our class with moving her stuff to her room. I think she's going to be okay. Oh, that's a shy light user, hey? Denki asked. Yeah, cool. I was just helping Yin move in. Oh, you were? Kiri asked with delight. That's so manly, bro. You're a good guy to help her move in. She'd appreciate that. Yeah, Denki sighed with delight. Hey! Another sudden voice called, and suddenly Minetta rounded the corner. Dude, I saw you with that hottie! Denki chuckled as Minetta ran over. Yeah, bro. She's a stunner. I gotta help her move into her room, he said with a proud smirk. That's not fair, dude, Minetta wailed. Did you get to see any of her panties in her drawer? Did you touch one of her bras? Minetta, that's so not manly, bro, Kiri said with a sweat-dropped look on his face. You need to respect girls. Oh, I respect them a whole lot, Minetta replied, making his hands move in an hourglass shape to indicate he was outlining a body shape. Denki chuckled and Minetta held his hand up to high-five the blonde. How's everything going with the setup? Denki then asked. Pretty good, I think. The girls have been doing a clean-up, Kiri said. When I was helping on the girls' level, Momo had a heap of stuff outside her door that she said she didn't need. Did she need a hand with bringing the stuff down to the bins? Denki asked. Maybe. We can go and ask, Kiri offered. I'm allergic to work, Mineta deadpanned. I'm out. Okay, see you, bro, Denki said, as he and Kiri went to go and see Momo. As they got up onto the girls' level, they could already hear lots of movement and rounded the corner to see a massive pile of things outside Momo's open door. Hey, Momo? Kiri asked as he walked up to the open door and looked in. Do you need some help? You've got lots of stuff to move here. Yeah, Denki added. Oh, hi boys. Yes, I've got way too many things here and I need to take them downstairs or give them away to people, Momo said as she appeared at her door. Denki looked down at the array of oddly collected items and crouched down to look at some of the things more closely. His fingers found a glass jar and he picked it up and looked it over. What's that? Kiri asked. It's a jar, Denki said. You can keep that if you like, Momo offered. I don't have any more use for it. Denki wasn't sure what he needed it for, but he felt like this might come in handy and so tucked it into the crook of his arm. Yeah, thanks, I'll take this one, he said with a smile. Let me put this in my room and then I'll be back to help. That's fine, Momo said with a smile back to him. I'll see you soon. So off he went to put the jar in his room. On the way there, he met Zero, carrying a box of things out to the bin himself. Oh, hey dude, he greeted as they walked towards each other. What's the jar for? I don't know, but I thought it might come in handy. Momo's throwing out a whole heap of stuff, so I grabbed this one. She said I could have it, Denki said. Well, who knows, might just come in handy to catch whoever it is that's putting notes in your locker, Zero said. They make themselves small, don't they? You could try and catch them in the jar, and then take them to your room to ask them who they are. Denki blinked at Zero. Now, why hadn't he thought of that? It really was getting to a point that he wanted to know who it was that was putting notes in there. That's a good idea. I'll talk to Kiri about how to execute the plan, but I'll keep the jar for now. That's awesome, Denki said, excited now that he had an actual plan. Later that night, Class 1A celebrated their move-in with a pizza party, the whole class getting together as a show of camaraderie and friendship while you sat down at your desk under your fairy lights to write your next note to Denki. It was time to keep your plans moving forwards. Tomorrow's chapter will be quite the decisive chapter. Stay tuned for chapter 20 tomorrow. I'll see you then.